What is the final step in using the law of attraction? Many people miss this step out, and because of that they fail. In this video, I'm going to give you a surefire way to achieve a happy, successful life. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Mike and I'm really pleased you could join me. Do sign up for the channel. It's completely free and you will be helping me, and you'll be getting notifications of videos coming up soon. So, back to the question. What is the final step of using the law of attraction properly? To get what you want, it is the use of gratitude. I say it's the final step, but it actually should be the first step. You should always start from a place of gratitude. Start from gratitude. In a recent study, it was shown that gratitude makes you happier. Happy people tend to be more optimistic. Optimistic people tend to be more successful. So, there's no magic in this. It is simply another strange way that our brains work. If you begin your goal-setting process with gratitude for what you already have, it actually makes you less attached to the outcome. And it's curious that when you become less attached to the outcome, you seem to get what you want easily anyway. And I believe this is where the Aladdin's lamp type of explanation for the law of attraction comes from. One example of this is from my sales business, where I routinely call between 20 and 40 cold call prospects every day. On each call, I frankly don't care what happens. I'm polite and I go through my script. If they're interested, great. If they're not, that's great as well. I'm happy and grateful that I have plenty of prospects to work on. But these 20 cold calls per day are one of my daily income producing activities. I just hit my numbers every day. And as long as I do this, I get more leads. Now I could imagine that if I came from a place of desperation or lack, this would come across in my tonality on the phone and I would struggle to get leads. So how can you practice being grateful? In my morning routine, I practice writing things down that I'm grateful for every single morning, and they have to be different every day. And first you go through the obvious things like having your family and friends around, the love of your life partner, your spouse, your health, your money that you have now. Then you might start to run out of things to be grateful for. And this is when you have to force yourself to come up with a list. So you might come up with things like, well, my kidneys, my liver, my lungs are all working functionally. I live in a stable democracy. We've got the internet. Things like that, things you take for granted. And you actually start to notice more things that you do start taking for granted. As I'm recording this in May 2020, during the lockdown, I'm speaking to you across time and distance, just on my iPhone. Now I couldn't do that 10 years ago. It would have been impossible. So maybe you're watching this years and years in the future. So how lucky are we now to be alive right at this minute, even during these times? So being grateful becomes a habit. And just like any other habit, you have to work at it. So as it becomes a habit, it becomes automatic. And you find yourself being grateful most of the time, and not just in your morning review. And this is when the magic starts to happen. So remember our old friend, the reticular activating system, which we talked about in a previous video? Well, guess what you've trained it to do? You've trained it like a faithful servant to go and look for things to be grateful for. We walk our dogs every day, sometimes twice a day. And I often find money on the floor, mostly 1 pence, 2 pence, 5 pence. And it's quite obviously people have thrown this money away because they don't like loose change in the pocket. I actually wonder to myself, how are the finances of those people? I wonder if they really desire more money and yet they throw it away, even small amounts. So what kind of message does that give to your subconscious mind? I want more money, but at the same time I'm throwing it away. So what do you think happens? Nothing. So what I do is I pick these pennies up and take them home and we clean them off. And I say a little prayer of thanks. Thank you for this sign. Money's coming to me in ever increasing amounts in a good way. I'm a money magnet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I put it in a jar and I repeat this process. And over the months and the years, these pennies and coppers and 5p's, they all add up. And then we take them to an exchange kiosk, change them into notes, and we could perhaps take the family out for a meal, just through being grateful. Be grateful before you receive. When you start to become adept at manifesting things in your life, using the law of attraction, you become certain that things will come. It's just like ordering books off Amazon. You place the order, and a few days later or a week or so later, the book arrives. You just know it's going to come. The law of attraction is the same. If you go through all the steps that we talked about in the previous videos, and also in my book, The Law of Attraction, is it real and does it work? Eventually, what you want will arrive. Just keep doing the work and you will be rewarded. Just make a start. Start over and over and over and keep starting. And don't quit. Here's a poem I love about not quitting. It's called When Things Go Wrong. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, when you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing down the pit, rest if you must, but do not quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, and the silver tint in the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It might be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. So if I could leave you with just one final thought, if you're like me, you'll have lots of things that you want to try, but do this one thing. Start this one habit. Be grateful. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.